right time. Make it right by showing up.
Hello, everyone. My name is Shahinaz Soliman, MD. Thank you for attending our podcast. This podcast was created because I would like to discuss our lives not only about our medical practices and patient care, but would like to talk about our lives in general, our fears, our achievements, our failures, creativity, challenges on a daily basis. I would like to talk about our physicians' lives beyond the stethoscope. So, let me tell you a little bit about my life. I came here almost 33 years ago to the dreamland, the United States. And for all my life, that was my dream to move to the United States and start my medical career. I graduated from medical school at a young age. Basically, I started medical school. I was 16 years old. Then I graduated and did residency in Cairo, Egypt. Then, after finishing my residency, it was hard for many reasons to continue the medical career. So I ended up moving to the United States, and at that time I had my first child, Tamer. He was only 8 months old, and we moved here. And when I moved here, of course, I don't have my medical license anymore. I have to start from scratch. I left a very luxurious life in Egypt and I came here and we got an apartment. I started looking for different jobs, and luckily enough, I was hired by Palmer College of Chiropractic West in San Jose, California, and I started teaching medical subjects. For 7 years, I enjoyed it very much, and for some personal reasons, I wanted to encourage my physician husband from Egypt to pass the medical exams. So I started like going to the exams with him, and luckily I was able to pass my exams and became able to attend residency in the United States. We moved from San Jose to Los Angeles. I worked at USC and I started doing some research about cancer patients in children at the Children's Hospital of Los Angeles. I was lucky enough to learn a lot and from the best people in research, and we did a lot of studies about cancer in monozygotic twins, where one twin have cancer and the other one doesn't, and to find out what are the environmental and genetic factors that cause one twin with the same exact DNA to have the cancer while the other one does not. And like in the future, I will talk more about that type of research, but we found that cancer can be multifactorial. It's not only genetic, it's not only a virus, there's multiple factors, environmental factors that can lead to cancer in two kids with the exact same gene. Anyway, after finishing my research at USC, I was able to apply for residency, and I was lucky enough to secure a position as a family practice resident at Martin Luther King Hospital, UCLA affiliated. I did my 3 years of residency and I became the chief resident. And after that, I moved and wanted to find out what's going to be my next step. Since I was 5 years old, all my life, I wanted to be a doctor. I always dreamt to be a doctor. So I was trying to achieve that by all means. And we spent like all of these years in medical school in Egypt. Now I'm doing the exact same thing here and going all from the very start to do residency in the United States. So I enjoyed my years of residency, even though during the third year I became pregnant with my second child, Joshua, which I was dreaming about because now there is 9 years difference between both of my children. But it was very challenging because working in MLK, Los Angeles, in Compton wasn't that easy. So I was like 9 months pregnant and standing in the trauma bay trying to remove bullets from people who just got gunshot wounds in like by drive-by shooting, or I was just at the last minute to deliver a baby and I'm still asked to walk across the hospital twice to bring some kind of lab slips or something different. So, anyway, I was able to graduate. I became the chief president of my program. And after I graduated, I started working at Downey, joining a group, but I didn't feel that's the way I want to practice medicine. I wanted to practice medicine the old way. I wanted to have patient care one to one, spend time with my patients without being asked by insurance or practice owners or anyone, what are you doing? So I just went ahead and I rented a space, bought some beds, put my name on the door, and said, I'm a family medicine physician. And without even knowing anybody in the area of Torrance, I just joined like the Torrance Memorial Hospital POSS, which is Physician Supportive Services. And they actually guided me a lot at the beginning with all of the regulations and the OSHA requirements and certifications. And I started my first day in my practice just opening for a heart attack patient. And that was one of the most challenging moments in my life where I had to open the box for the EKG, resuscitate the patient, call 911, and still I didn't have any kind of medical assistance to help me in the practice. So this basically, there's a lot of things happen after that. I've been in my practice now for 22 years. And thankfully, after starting, I was counting each chart on a daily basis. But right now, we do have thousands of patients in my practice. And I, by nature, love to be an entrepreneur, try to create new things and do new businesses. I did a hair product called Spare My Hair, and it was going great. I cooked it from scratch. I didn't have investors or anything, but I saw how many patients, men and women, coming with hair loss. And the product was quite successful and it was selling well. I have patients still asking me about it because when I stopped producing it, it was well, it was after COVID when they increased the prices tremendously in the company in Florida where I was manufacturing my own like shampoo, conditioner, vitamins, hair solution. And because the ingredients became so expensive, there is no way on earth someone will buy such an expensive bottle of shampoo or any of the products. So I put it on hold for now to see what I'm going to do about it in the future. Also, I did another business which thankfully is very successful, where my current husband, Carl, and myself decided to build an app that can help healthcare providers and physicians for after hour calls. And the app integrates with all of the electronic medical records. We have mostly Athena Health physicians, and it can help in taking the call after hours. It can send prescription to the pharmacy. It can show the on-call physician patient medications, diagnosis, labs, and at the same time, everything happens in the app. It writes its own encounter and send it back automatically to the patient chart as a permanent record for the encounter between the on-call doctor and the patient. So we're very thankful for this app, and in fact, we're going to a conference next week in Nashville. I'm looking so much forward to meet the providers and Athena Health team. Also, I did multiple other things. I love to write poems, so there are some poems that has been published. You can find it in Friends and Family. And this type of creativity with the poems and the art and the painting, it's healing. You will find that many physicians have an artistic part in them, that they like to do like painting and write to write like music and creativity. So this part we'll talk about it, and I'll share with you some of my poems in the future. Also, I did another business which also based, I think it's creativity, because it started by visiting a ranch, which I'm going to show it to you later on. And that ranch was totally neglected. It was more like a dumpster. And like I had the vision, my father was an architect, so I had the vision to make this ranch to come back to life. And I'll share with you how this avocado ranch is now selling avocados and is a place which I call it my sanctuary. And people who visit us agree on that. We call it Rancho dell'Amore. So hopefully, in the upcoming podcast, you're gonna join me to a trip to Rancho dell'Amore. Now, the other thing is, I also now created, based on what I learned about like remodeling the ranch and cleaning it and all of that. It's hard for many people to find the correct place to do their fixers. It just, I think it's should be a movement, not only something you can do to make money, where you're gonna make money anyway if you find a property that needs help. So I created an app for people who are looking to renovate undervalued structures, residence homes, townhomes, condos, mobile homes, and we're calling it Fix a Flip. It's under development and you're gonna know all about it soon. It doesn't only show you the fixers, it helps you try to visualize it by AI renovation. It connects you with the real estate agents, with the lenders to be able to finance the property. It also will connect you with architects and contractors to do bids and try to give you the best price. It will connect you with the material hub where you can get all of the materials needed for good prices to be able to make profit out of fixer upper homes. So I'm very excited about that one too, and it's going to be out in the market, out in the App Store and Google Play, hopefully by December, maximum by January. But I would love to share with you step by step and get your opinion in the future about each of these steps of doing different kind of businesses and what I should have done and what I shouldn't have done and why I succeeded in some and why I did not continue in others. But right now we do have thousands of patients in my practice and I'm very grateful for that and honored that all of these patients trusted me with their health. That's the history of my career since I started, and I'm gonna move on and start talking about our daily lives. I'm gonna take you to my ranch, the avocado ranch, and show you. I'm gonna introduce you to my family, to my dogs, to my friends. I'll be inviting a lot of physicians and other important people who can give us their opinions about daily challenges and other things that we all are curious about some answers for. Next week, we'll talk. Thank you for joining us today in our new podcast. I hope I didn't bore you, and I hope that you will be joining us again and going with us beyond the stethoscope into physician lives. Thank you for joining us.